While the world struggles with the effects of the global pandemic, different governments have taken different steps to control the spread of the virus. The Kenyan government has instituted a 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew to control the spread of coronavirus. These youth in Kibera have taken it upon themselves to distribute food to the most vulnerable members of their community.
This is the Kibera food drive. We are now heading to Makina with some of our volunteers. After Makina, we are going to another village in Line Sabah and Makongeni. We raised 100 bags of food. We've been able to distribute 20 so far. Now we are going to distribute the rest 20 in each village. My name is Asha Jafar. I come from Kibera constituency. Kibera Food Drive is an initiative that I started last week to try and help the most needy in our community of Kibera. A lot of people do understand that Kibera, a lot of people depend on casual work. That is, you go, you work, and you get your day, like your pay every single day. And with this temporary lockdown and curfews, people cannot sustain themselves. They can't go and work up to 10 at night. They can't wake up in the morning and go to industrial area and things like that. So this is a community that highly depends on, living hand to mouth. So we started this initiative, and I partnered with a few youth groups like the Nubian Youth Council, because they have a grounding in the community, and also like they work with the Nubian community, which is the biggest population here in Kibera. The food drive is like, we have been able to raise food for 100 families, and from different, like we've been able to distribute in the different villages in Kibera. That is Sarangombe, Makina, Makongeni, Kambimuru, and Lindi.
They are going around the community distributing food, an exercise that will go on for the next 1 month.
This initiative is targeting the most needy in Kibera, and the reason why it's because they depend on living hand to mouth. And with the COVID pandemic, you'll find out that all governments in every country have tried to advise people to stay in the house, to social distance and things like that. And Kibera, that is a privilege, to actually sit in the house and do nothing. And that is why I want to continue with this drive, to get to those families that cannot afford to, stay in the house. They want to go and out and look for food. We want to keep them in the house, and that is why we want to continue this fundraiser up until the last week of April. And if whatever we're going through it does not stop, then we might be forced to continue. But for now, our target is end of April. On the onset, like when I started it, I was just texting friends. I was telling them, I'm starting this initiative. If you're interested, please send me 1,000, anything you have, and things like that. And then, I looked into how do I get credible online sites that can help us do like online fundraising. And now I'm using Mchanga, and I'm sending it to like different organizations, different NGOs and stuff. But for the food that we have been able to donate today is through my friends and people that I know in the community. It's not even through a government initiative or an NGO. It is through friends, and that has been overwhelming, because I did not expect to get to that number and stuff. We are looking into partnering with different NGOs in Kibera and also outside Kibera. We are looking into getting sponsors to actually do it, because right now we're just I'm doing it with the Nubian Rights Forum, and all of us are unemployed youth. We don't have a salary every single month, so this is actually straining to do it every single day. So we're looking for people to actually partner with us or take over this project, or even the government to take over, so that we don't have to do it over and over again. What we've been trying to do is, we tell everyone, please keep a 1 meter distance. We have, some of my friends have carried sanitizer, and I've told them remind me after every 10 minutes after we leave a house, just give us, and we sanitize and we go. It's actually very hard to social distance yourself in Kibera, because everywhere you go, the houses are very congested. So when you find yourself already in close contact with someone. But what we're trying to do is, drinking a lot of water, sanitizing ourselves, and making sure that you keep a 1 meter distance, which is very difficult. Even when you go to someone's house, which is a room 8 by 6, you find yourself you've seated, and they're very close to you and stuff. So that has been a challenge. But what we're trying to do is we're trying so much to follow what the government is saying, so that we don't replicate the same bad behaviors, because we are the agents of the community, so we have to be responsible.
Mimi naitwa Sitna Shabani. Tunajikinga kutokana na usafi na kunawa mikono na tunashukuru kwa hii misaada tunayopata. Tunashukuru sana tena sana, vijana wanafanya kazi yao vizuri.
The government, I feel, should come up with a food bank to make sure that every single person has been fed. Because like statistically, it has been proven that a larger percentage of Kenyans are not employed. So it's we can say maybe like a small percentage of Kenyans are actually comfortable sitting in the house and not thinking about having to look for food and things like that. But Kibera is not the only slum. There are so many slums, there are so many villages outside Nairobi that people will go out to look for food, and we need them to sit in the house. My urge to the government is to create a food bank. I've seen Rwanda has done it, and Rwanda is not a country that is very rich. It's a country that actually was struggling a few years ago. So Kenya can actually do it. We are in a position to feed every single person in this country. So for me, it's we need to step up and do it, because we can do as much, but 100 people out of 500,000, that's nothing compared to what the government can do. So if we want to tell people stay in the house, make sure you offer them an alternative. If you tell them, okay, don't stay in the house, I will give you food. A lot of people in Kibera will not go out to look for food. You'll not be beating people outside, because they're working at night. Someone might be working to go and look for food, and you don't understand that it's actually a privilege. Like I was seeing online, a lot of people are saying, stay in the house, stay in the house. And for me, that's a lot of privilege that you can actually speak like that. Because like the women that I've been able to meet today, and the men, they say, I have to go to Mjengo. Mjengo has been closed down. I have to go and be a nanny for some kids, in some rich areas, and their jobs have been stopped, and they're not getting a salary because they don't have a contract. And a lot of, this is all about privilege, but the government needs to, apart from cutting tax, apart from, reducing the pay, they need to come up with an alternative for the poor in the country.
These youth are providing a local solution to cushion their community of the effects of a global pandemic.
Mobile Journalism Africa. Our stories are best told by us.